Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea. Today is going to be my take on Emily Noel's recent tag video where she comes up with her $1,000 fantasy cart at Sephora. Now, I personally don't really shop at Sephora. I prefer Ulta because I like the reward system better. So I figured I would do this tag looking through my Ulta app and just filling up my favorites list with things that I want to try out, and it is surprisingly hard to get to $1,000, and I could not find that much makeup, skincare, hair care that I wanted to try. So I will show you what I put in my wish list for this tag, and I will also show you what I ended up buying because I did end up buying a few things. And before we get started, really quick, just want everyone to see the majesty that is this shirt. My sister had some threadless credits and she got this and sent it to me, and I'm gonna link her threadless shop and the designer for this shirt. It's Hillary White Rabbit, and she just has a lot of like really different designs and I really like them. But cat's eating pizza, it's a mood. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Because since I film on my phone, I have my whole little like list of things that I put in my wish list. I'm going to include screenshots from the Ulta app or the Ulta website of every product that I'm talking about, and I'm going to try to get through this pretty quickly since, like I said, I have a lot of stuff and it's still not anywhere close to $1,000, but I'm going to try to do this in brand order, so not necessarily like, you know, going step by step through my face and stuff like that. I'm just going to go through in brand order. The first brand that I was interested in trying out is Shea Moisture, because I'm always on the lookout for a good shampoo and conditioner for my hair. Like I've said before, I have really long, very thick, you know, kind of wavy hair. So I really need something for frizz a lot of the times, and I know Shea Moisture is a Black-owned brand, and I am trying to spend more of my dollars on Black-owned businesses. So I was interested in trying their Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine shampoo because it's supposed to be really good for thick, frizzy hair, which is what I have. I also wanted to try the Coconut and Hibiscus hair mask, just because I do have a Macadamia Professionals hair mask that I really like, but this is a little less than half. How would I say that? The Macadamia Professionals is $36 and this hair mask is $13.50. So I would like to try it because as much as I like the Macadamia Professionals one, if I can buy one that's more than half off, you know what I'm trying to say. It's cheaper. If I can buy one that's cheaper, why wouldn't I? I was also interested in trying the Shea Moisture Papaya and Vitamin C body wash and bar soap. Not that I need any more body washes because I have so many, but the combo of papaya and like the citrusy vitamin C smells, there's something about those kinds of smells that I just really like. So I would like to try those. And as far as bar soaps, I like using those in the morning because they're not as harsh usually. So that's something else I would like to try out from Shea Moisture. Also the African Black bar soap, which is I think more of a charcoal based soap, which is supposed to be really good at, you know, kind of like deep cleaning the impurities and stuff. Like I said, I prefer bar soaps in the morning, and I just like trying out different soaps and cleansers, seeing what works good and what doesn't. And it's only $6, so I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, I want to try it. That's basically the gist of pretty much everything on my list is like, none of these are things that I need, but they're all things that I want to try for one reason or another. I have a few things from e.l.f. I would like to try the hydrating camo concealer. That one I'm a little on the fence about. I have just the regular 16-hour camo concealer, which I think is a bit too matte for my liking. I'd prefer something a little more hydrating, but as far as like shades and things, it would have to be something I would buy in store, because I have such a hard time shade matching because the colors look so different in real life versus what they do on the website with regards to e.l.f. So that's gonna stay in my fantasy basket for a little while longer. And then the Bite Size eyeshadow palette's really the only one that caught my eye was the Hot Jalapeno one, because I love those greens and the gold and like the yellow. It's just like my eyeshadow jam lately are those greens. So that would be the one thing I would pick up from that kind of like range. And then they have an eye refresh like rollerball gel, under eye gel that I would like to try. Just, I don't know, like my eyes aren't super puffy, but it just, the rollerball I think would feel just nice and massaging. That's basically why I want to try it. I have a few things from NYX that I would like to get. I would like to get the Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette in Utopia, not the giant $35 one though, just the medium-sized $18 one. It's, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's like this, it's like this size instead of this size. I just feel like the big one has too many shades that are too close together, but the medium-sized one is edited down enough, and it still has some of those colors that I'm really interested in, like the green. I mean, really, that one like lighter spring green is basically the reason I want that palette. So, and then I would also like to try the High Glass Primer from NYX. I have the High Glass Finishing Powder, which I love. I will definitely be repurchasing that finishing powder in the future. Although I do just want to make a quick note. In my fantasy cart, I didn't include things that I've already tried and that I would like to repurchase. My fantasy cart is completely made up of things I've never tried before. So that's why, even though I really love the High Glass finishing powder and I use it every single day, it's not in my fantasy cart because I already know that I love it, and it's not something that I want to try because I already know exactly what it's like. That was a whole kind of tangent to say I want to try the High Glass Primer, and specifically in the shade Moonbeam, because I was reading the reviews and a lot of people were saying that it's a dupe for the Becca Backlight. That's the goldeny one, right? If you don't know by now, I can never remember which is which. But the goldeny Becca primer, it is supposed to be very similar to that based on the reviews. And this one is $17 versus $39. So kind of a no-brainer. If it performs pretty similarly, I would definitely like to have a cheaper option. I have one thing from Juvia's Place, because I already have a lot of stuff from Juvia's Place, but I have the Tribe palette on here. I have most of their colorful palettes, and they do have quite a few other eyeshadow palettes on Ulta's website, but they are more of a neutral color stories, and it's just, I mean, if you've seen any of my videos, you probably have figured out I'm really not a neutral girl. Like, I just love my color, and the Tribe has all those greens that I'm just like gaga over lately. Plus, I was watching Laura Force's ranking video, And she said that at least on the Juvia's Place website, the Tri palette is not listed anymore, but it is still listed on the Ulta website. So if it is something that is kind of like low-key being discontinued, then if you're interested in picking it up, it, as of right now, it is still at Ulta on the website, so you might want to consider picking that up. I have a couple things from Nabla because I've always heard such good things about them, especially from Angelica Meekfeast and Just by the Makeup. Is that her? I think it's Just by the Makeup. I didn't pick any eyeshadow palettes because none of them were really like speaking to me, but there were a few things. I wanted to try the Glimmer Light palette. It was basically three like glittery highlighter shades, but it looked so pretty. I really wanted to try it. I did read the reviews though that said the formula is super soft, and every single review on Ulta, which there weren't a ton, but every single review said that their palette came broken. So I think I will, that's not something that I need right now anyway, but it's definitely something that I would like to try. And then the other Nabla product I want to try is one of their skin glazing highlights in the shade Privilege. It's a champagne with like a duochrome peach reflect in it. Like the packaging looks really pretty. The design on the highlighter looks really pretty. It just looks really pretty and I really want to try it. I also wanted to check out the Kopari Lip Glossy. The Kopari Beauty Coconut Lip Glossy and the shade Sangria, which is like the sheer red color. They also have a clear one and then I think more of like a peachy, pinky nude color, but I like red, so that's the one that I would try. I know Rebecca Morgan really likes the Kopari lip glossies, so it's definitely something that I would be interested in checking out, especially because I am getting a little more into lip gloss than I was previously. So, and it's, yeah, I mean, it's a lip gloss. I don't know what else to say about it, and I want to try it, so. I have a few skincare, body care products from Upcircle, which is a new brand at Ulta. I think it's UK based and it's based around like reusing coffee grounds and stuff like that. So I love drinking coffee and I love the Lush cup of coffee face mask. So I wanted to try more of Upcircle stuff. They have a coffee and tangerine exfoliating body scrub that sounds delightful because I love the smell of coffee. I love the smell of citrus. So putting them together, I think that's something that I would love. And then they have a coffee face scrub, which I really want to try to see how comparable it is to that Lush cup of coffee face mask, because I mentioned it in, I think, my empties video, where I'm trying to find alternatives to Lush because I'm not super happy with them at the moment. So I'm looking for an alternative to that cup of coffee mask because I really like it and I'm sad. So I wanted to try that coffee face scrub to see what it was like. And then they also have an organic face serum with coffee oil that I wanted to try. I've just been really into wanting to try different face serums and oils and things like that lately, and it just seems like something I want to try. I don't know. There's only so many times I can say like it's just something that I want to try, because I mean I obviously haven't tried any of this stuff, so I don't really know what else to say about it. Then I have a few things from Pure. They have a skin perfecting blush that I want to try because it's like that cool two-toned like marbled effect where you swirl the colors and it's just, I don't know, it just looks so pretty in the pan. And I want to try both of them, but the peach one, I mean, that's my blush color. Like, that is what I gravitate towards. So that's the one that I would probably get out of the two of them that they've got up right now. But the berry one looks really beautiful as well. And then the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I do really want to try that because Raw Beauty Christy has been talking about it forever. Although, I will say that now that she has her collab with Pure Cosmetics coming, I'm filming this on Saturday the 11th. I don't know when it's going to go up, but I know tomorrow the 12th is when it launches, and I really want to get that eyeshadow palette, and I think I'm also going to get the foundation. I'll just get it from the Pure website because I don't think Ulta is going to have the palette. And so the only thing is I have such a hard time figuring out which shade I would be, and $36 for a foundation and you not getting the correct shade is a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna do more research. I'm gonna make sure I get, hopefully, a good shade. But anyway, that is something that I want to try. I have a few things from Real Techniques. I love the Complexions Beauty Sponge. I use it every day. I don't always use it for foundation, but I use the sponge in some way every day. I also have their foundation brush, which I really like. So I wanted to try, they have something called a Miracle Cleansing Sponge, which is basically like, it looks like, I mean, I'm going to have the picture so you're going to see it, but it's the same shape as their complexion blending sponge, but it's like actually sponge-like with the holes and stuff. And you're supposed to use it to help exfoliate, and I think that would be really good in the morning for when I am using my bar soap to really help work it into my skin. So I would like to try that. And then two brushes, the concealer brush, because I have one concealer brush from BH Cosmetics, but it'd be nice just to have a second one so that I don't have to worry about keeping the other one clean so much, because I'm really bad about washing my brushes, and the more brushes I have, the less often I need to clean them. And I also wanted to try their RT Go travel kit. It's like the foundation brush. I don't know why I'm trying to describe, because I'm gonna put pictures up so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like the 2-in-1 where you've got the brush and then you take the end off of the handle and there's another little brush hidden in there. And Emily Noel has raved about that brush and I'd like to give it a try. I have been liking using brushes for my foundations more lately, so. Hey buddy, can you stop throwing your truck, please? Thank you. Like I was saying, I have been enjoying using brushes to blend in my foundation more lately, so it's just nice to have more options. So I have a bunch of stuff from Oma Beauty. I know I did a little mini like haul / review video a couple weeks ago. I'll link that up in the cards as well. There's a few more things that I would like to try from that brand that I didn't pick up in that haul. Specifically, I'd like to try their concealer because I bought the foundation and I really like the foundation, and I'd like to try out their concealer as well just to see how it works. I would also like to pick up a few more of their, it's the Boss Gloss Liquid Marble Lip Gloss. I believe that's like the full name. I bought the shades Ambition and Class at my last haul from their website, and I'd like to pick up No Stoppin', which is a deep pink, and then Sass, which is a chili pepper red, because I've mentioned it a few times, but I'm still searching for like that perfect red that is just like my absolute holy grail red color. And lip gloss, liquid lipstick, regular lipstick, whatever, I have not found it yet, so I'm still looking. I would also like to try their Badass Matte Lipstick in the shade Tina, which is a crimson red, because that, even though that's not like the kind of red that I'm looking for my perfect red, that is more of an orangey looking red, which I really like wearing those colors, and I like how they look on me. And I'd like to try their matte lipstick formula, the bullet lipstick formula. So that would be probably the one shade that I would get from that range to try out. And then finally from Oma Beauty, the one other eyeshadow palette that I would like to try from them is their Carnival palette, which is their more colorful palette. The other two are just more neutral, and they're just really not something that intrigues me, but the Carnival palette really kind of catches my eye. And again, Emily Noel reviewed it on her channel and she really enjoyed it, and I have the Allure palette and I really like that one, so I think I would enjoy the Carnival palette as well. I've got one thing from Thrive Cosmetics. I want to try their mascara because it's a tubing mascara, and I've never tried a tubing mascara and I really want to try one. So I wish it wasn't $24 because that's why I haven't tried it yet, but in my fantasy world, I would try it. And then finally, I have a few things from Urban Decay. I would pick up another Vice lipstick in the shade Anarchy, which is this deep fuchsia pink color. I have 3 other Vice lipsticks from Urban Decay, and I really enjoy the formula. I think they're really comfortable. They're not too drying, and they have some really pretty colors, and I don't know what it is, like that deep fuchsia color is just something that I'm really vibing with right now, so I would like to try that one out. There's a few of the heavy metal glitter eyeliners that I want to try. The Spandex, which is, there's not like a color description, but it looks like a deep teal / like peacock blue green glitter eyeliner, and then Spandex, which is the brighter green teal eyeliner. Like, I think those would be really fun colors, and I don't want a black like sparkly eyeliner because I have enough regular black eyeliners. I want something fun, and those look really fun, so I would get those. And then the last thing in my fantasy cart from Ulta is the, oh wait, no, there's 2 things actually because I skipped one. Okay. The last thing from Urban Decay in my fantasy cart would be the all-nighter setting spray, because so many people talk about how good it is. $33 for a setting spray. Come on. So in my fantasy dream world, yes, I would try it out. I also, my very last thing in my fantasy cart is from Pixi, and that would just be their makeup, what is it called? Makeup fixing mist. Just because I want to try other setting sprays. Like, I do think they help my makeup look better for longer, but I honestly haven't really found one that's like, oh my gosh, this is the best setting spray ever. It's just more like the Mario Badescu, which isn't really even a setting spray, it's just a facial mist, but I use it as a setting spray because those smell really good, or they have good misters or whatever. But I just want to try setting sprays until I find the perfect one, and I haven't, so I would be interested in trying that Pixi one just to see. So that is everything in my fantasy cart. Okay, remember, Emily Noel's tag was $1,000. I just went through and talked briefly, hopefully, about 33 different products, and that totals $589.92. There, like, yes, there are categories of things that I didn't include anything in, such as bronzers or setting powders or whatever, but that's not the stuff that interests me. There's nothing that I really want to try out. Like, this is all stuff that I would like to try. I didn't want to just add things just for the sake of getting the number up there. So I know Sephora is probably a lot easier to do $1,000 at Sephora because they have a lot of higher priced brands like Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath and Hourglass, which just those 3 brands alone, I could easily rack up over $1,000 worth of things that I'd like to try. But like I said, I don't shop at Sephora, so I thought it would be more fun to do this tag in a way that are things that I actually would probably try out or like to buy at some point, as opposed to just doing it just to do it. You know what I mean? So that is my fantasy cart. So now I'll very quickly share with you what I actually bought, and it is nowhere near this. So first, I did buy the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus shampoo. I am currently using a shampoo from Hask. It is probably going to be done in the next couple of weeks. I mean, it's fairly new, but I mean, it's shampoo. I have, as I've said before, a lot of hair, so I go through shampoo fairly quickly. So I decided that I would like to try the Shea Moisture one since I don't have any backup shampoos right now. I also bought, and this is not something that was in my fantasy cart, this is just something that I needed. I bought another one of the NYX high definition photo finish concealers, whatever they're called, because mine is pretty much empty and I need a new shade, because the shade I have right now is my winter shade and I need a summer shade, so I needed a new concealer anyway. I did buy the Juvia's Place The Tribe palette because, as I said earlier, watching Laura Force's video, if it is being discontinued, that is a palette that I've had my eye on for a while and I don't want to miss out on it. So I got it just in case it is being discontinued, then I will have it. What else did I buy? I did buy the Upcircle Coffee Face Scrub because, like I said, I wanted to compare it to the Lush Cup of Coffee mask that I have, because the Cup of Coffee mask has the coffee granules in it, and when you rinse it off, you're supposed to scrub it in to exfoliate. So I wanted to compare how the scrub works versus how the mask works, because like I said, I really like the mask and I wanted to find an alternative to it. And then the last 2 things that I bought, I did buy the Real Techniques Miracle Cleansing Sponge because I want to try it out in the mornings with my soap cleansing, and they were having like a buy one get one 50% off promotion on the Ulta website. So I also got the concealer brush because, like I said, I only have the one from BH Cosmetics, and I'd rather have 2 so I can not wash my brushes as often. But Ulta had the $3.50 coupon, and after the coupon but before taxes, my total was like $60. So 60 versus almost 590. I think I showed some good self-restraint there. It was really fun, and it was also interesting to go through Ulta's website and look at all of the brands, because the way that I did it was I searched through, how does it set up? Because I did everything through the app. But if you go on the app and it says shop, and then you can shop by brand, which then I just like to scroll through the list of brands and just go to each brand page, as opposed to just, I get too overwhelmed when I just go to like makeup and then you scroll through every single like makeup item and nothing is really together, and I don't like it. I have to go through brand by brand. But it's really interesting and kind of eye-opening to see, for all of the brands that Ulta carries, there were not that many that I was interested in trying things from. Like, I'm definitely starting to steer more towards wanting to try things more from indie brands as opposed to like bigger brands, although Ulta does carry some smaller brands, like that Upcircle brand that I was talking about it's brand new pretty much, so it's not anything huge like Becca Cosmetics or something, or Urban Decay, you know what I mean? So, but it was just kind of funny how after I spent quite a while like going through everything, and as much as I love makeup, there was just not a lot of stuff that like really intrigued me or interested me. So what you just saw were those things that did interest me, did intrigue me. Hopefully one day I will try most of these things, not necessarily everything, but most of them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know if you have done this tag or if you do this tag in the future. I'd love to see what kind of things you would put in your fantasy cart, whether it be from Ulta or Sephora. And I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and sane. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.